Jan Ochoa.
Chef Grubb.
I have become unbound.
Can you pick up a buddy of mine?
Finally, I'm glad I could be here to witness you be unbound.
Thank you. Yes. This is Need for Speed Unbound, which is from Criterion, which makes, well, they make Burnout, but
Yes.
now they also make Need for Speed. I'm like going back and forth on this game personally. My big thing
Yes.
was the driving. Like right out of the gate, the driving didn't feel super great to me, but I think I am coming around to it. And it's just a matter of getting honestly, it's getting these power slides down is what it's been for me. I think the rest of the game, though, is pretty well structured. We'll get into some of that, but you've been playing a little bit of this. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I think I'm in a very similar boat. I think personally, I'm probably more used to how, I guess, a Burnout game will control.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of Forza, and it doesn't, every, oh gosh, he deserved it. He ran into you, is
That's
what
right.
it was. Every driving game is going to have its own like weight and feel, and I guess I'm not used to Need for Speed, but I think I'm liking this too.
I think I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So earlier this week, I was talking to some friends, and I was just kind of saying I think that the driving feels a little bit more inert than something like Forza. Honestly, I think it probably just feels different. It's going for its own thing, a much more arcadey feel, which is just fine. I think it's just doing its own thing.
Yeah. Inertia is an interesting word to use with this, because sometimes I feel like the cars, maybe it's specific to the car I'm using, sometimes I feel like the weight is a little bit uneven and I'm not nailing these drifts or power slides. And like that's the main issue I'm running into. But like everything else with the game, like presentation wise, just like the overall like attitude, I feel like is very different. And again, I'm not super familiar with the Need for Speed series.
I think this is different for Need for Speed even. Well, it's
slick.
Yeah, it's in the same zone in terms of like the way the people talk and present themselves. But in terms of all this stuff, okay, I'm clearly, you can see here, realistic car, and then there's cartoon effects on top of it, and the characters are cartoons. That's the gist of it, and I think so far I've really been digging that stuff. I think
me too.
I think these graphical effects, which you can of course customize to your own taste, similar to Rocket League a little bit. I think that stuff is working for me quite a bit. So here's the Need for Speed Classic. Avoid the cops. Let's go for it. I've done a little bit of this, not a ton. See how I can do.
I need to get to my safe house now.
Yeah, maybe all that Need for Speed really needed was anime adjacent
I think
stuff.
So. You know what? I'm getting like 30 frames per second. Let me just let's go into, because I'm recording at the same time. I think it's giving it's being a little bit harsh on this stuff. There's a lot of options here. Let's go to well, performance is already there. You know what? Let's turn down the resolution. That's probably gonna kill something. Nope. Let's see if we can do that. You know what? Actually, let's just go to auto, the quality here. We'll go to high and see if that addresses things a little bit. That's a little bit better. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if the game kind of comes back around to us here in a second. But this is not what it normally runs like. I've been getting 60. Just recording at the same time has been kind of a hassle for this game. So if you're thinking about doing OBS, keep that in mind.
Yes. But overall, even like the evading the cops type style missions, like it takes a while to get acclimated, but then it winds up feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I think it feels pretty good, and I think the way that they are sort of structuring this world, and there's a police officer right there. And with the way that they are structuring things for you to complete these tasks and to the risk reward system is pretty good. And we'll try to get into some of that. I'll see if we can poke into there. But yeah, I'm like, okay, the driving is growing on me, and then going out and actually doing these missions is working as well. Ooh, this is yeah, I'll go this way. We'll see if we can jump off of here. I really like when you like do a jump and the cartoon wings come out. Let's see if we can make that happen. Nope, can't go through there.
They built that road very well.
Yes, it's the one part of the road that actually got built well. Here we go. Maybe see. Yes. I see. It's just that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
Hey, person.
You've made a friend today, friend.
Right. So here, use safe houses to escape the cops and bank your cash. So. It's not roguelite, but it's in that universe where you're like you want to go out and risk more and more. And if you get afraid of risking more, what you can do is you can sort of call it a night, and it is this day-night system. And you come home at night and you bank your cash, but then you kind of can't win quite as much. You can't put as much up. It's kind of it's the way it seems to work.
A risk reward.
Yes.
Just called to say the client was really happy with their car. Nice work, team.
Chef Grubb, how do you feel about like the general state about like open world driving?
Yeah, I've been in a place where I really did enjoy the most recent Forza Horizon. I didn't feel the need to do everything though or complete it. It was like, okay, this is a good world. I really like going to Mexico. That was different. I don't know if I need every one of these. That's where I'm at. I don't need every game to be an open world racing game. Some some arcade racing games, I want to just be a roller coaster ride, which is I think why I was so into Cruise and Blast when it launched, and that Hot Wheels game where it's like, no, we're just gonna put you on some tracks and they're gonna be wild. And I was really glad that sort of we saw a resurgence of that, because it seemed like that had gone away in favor of just this over and over. And this is obviously going to, I think, have the widest appeal. Sure. But it's not exactly the thing I need every time. All right, approaching meetup.
It's starting to feel very exhausting.
Yes. Okay, we had to just actually go underground. All right, so there's the Rivals event. We can just go ahead and pop in here. Low risk. So, I mean, they even like refer to it as risk. The buy-in is 0. If we get, if we do this event, the heat gain, we're just going to get a little bit of heat. And as that heat goes up over the night, the cops will be looking for you more and more, and it'll be a little bit harder to survive the night with all your cash in your hand and stuff like that. So let's just go for it. Obviously, this is what we're supposed to do next.
How have you felt about the racing AI? I felt like it's fine.
It's fine, right? I mean, it's not where they're putting all their investment in a game like this, and it probably shouldn't be. And you just kind of want it to be serviceable, and it definitely is that. But I guess they do want to play up these. They're building up these characters and making you have sort of relationship with them as they're talking to you, and they have these cool looks. So I'm like, but I don't necessarily feel like I'm having that carry over to the races themselves. Like, it's not doing in-ring storytelling, right?
Yeah. I'm not really gleaming a lot from mission to mission stuff. Mostly just absentmindedly just driving over to the next race or the next mission and just going for it. But I do appreciate what they're going for, though.
Yes, absolutely.
God, this game just looks it's so stylish.
Yes, stylish is the right word. And I think the combination, it's not like conflicting all that much. The realistic visuals get complemented really well by the cartoon anime things on top of them. I'm just really into it. It makes you feel like you're doing. It makes the cool stuff you're doing feel even cooler.
Yeah. I think that's. Oh God, that looked pretty cool.
Yes, the crashes are also very good. Very Burnout, very Criterion.
Yeah.
Oop, I keep hitting the run button when I'm trying to do a power slide. Oh, the cop's coming after me. I'm in last place here, but just deal with it.
You're just making sure all the other racers are
exactly.
Safe. You're just doing your part there.
Whoa, the cop just flew over the place. That's fun.
I think I've missed the chaos of something like a Burnout, and I guess maybe a Need for Speed that this is giving me versus Forza. Like, Forza always looks great. Always looks great.
Yes, this is definitely more chaotic, and it's chaotic while also still being a real race.
Yeah.
In Forza, you'll get some chaos, but it'll be controlled chaos as part of those roller coaster missions that, you're racing a train or you're racing a blimp or something like that. And that stuff is always pre-scripted. Whoa!
Where did that cop come from?
How dare you? See, I'm just struggling to get these power slides down. Where I'm like, I want to carry them through the turn, and I feel like in other games I'd be able to do that. And here, and that's probably just the car as I switch from one car to another. Let's do this sweet jump. Oh, that felt great. That stuff really does feel good.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to build up my meter there on the bottom. Now I got a full meter. I'm gonna just blast it. Oh, and then it's gonna throw me off there.
I love it.
Wrong way. I don't care.
Wrong way. No, we're not. We're going through the thing.
And I think I took that guy out too. So fantastic. We can still do like tiny little. The turbo meter is not filling up right now because I'm not doing anything special. It's still. I can still kind of do occasional small. Whoa! He pulled out in front of me, officer.
Officer, you had to see it. It was his fault.
Oh, I went the wrong way because I was looking down at the map, and I got last place because I got distracted.
You got 7th.
That's fine. But yeah. So the turbo meter fills up as you do special stuff. I've been struggling against that a little bit early on because I'm like, okay, should I constantly be trying to do something to fill that up? And everything you do, other than just drive forward, fills it up. So you swipe next to someone else, you get real close. You know, the burnout's like, oh, near miss. All that stuff will fill it up. But then I also do get a little bit distracted, and I'll end up in situations like this where I'm actually not focusing on the race as much as I am focusing on my burnout meter.
Right. Yeah. I feel like a lot of my issues have it might be stemmed with a car, actually. Now hearing that you're having similar issues that I've had.
You know what? I think I might have ray tracing on, and that might be it. Does this game have ray tracing? Maybe it doesn't have ray tracing. Maybe I was thinking of a different game, but fair enough. Yeah, I think it's stemming from the car. You're right that there is. It's probably just the early car. We're probably going to get better cars that more suit our style. That typically happens. It happens to me in Forza, where like an early car just doesn't feel right to me. But also usually what happens is you get to just change your car immediately in a Forza. And here I've been sort of with this one for a while. Now I think we do get 3 to start, and this is the Nissan. I thought this one would be the most fun to drive. There was a Lamborghini and another option. What did you pick out of the gate?
I picked the same one. Now that I'm thinking about it, I picked the Nissan.
Yeah.
Because I also thought like, oh, street racers use Nissans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna be a cool guy. All right, let's see here. Can we return to safe house? There we go. So we're just hitting the D-pad like most other games to, this is where I was going. I'll tell you what, the world, memorable, right? I sort of was just navigating here on my own without even really thinking about it, not even looking at the mini-map to see, like, this is the safe house. Do I go in here? There we go. Enter garage. Yes. All right, so now we did a race. We entered the garage. Our heat went up. That was daytime. We're going to get a few options here, but now it's nighttime. And this, so it's still the same day, but now it's at night. We're going to...
Yo, check out that
ooh, here we go. This is cool. Body kit restrictions. Yeah, see, I don't think I have enough money for it. Just not enough money. I would like to buy it, but that's okay. Go back. You do have all these options to buy body kits, things like that. Edit body parts, ride stance. And it's not just like selecting stuff. It is a full-on slider. So if you want to completely... customize your car
curves out there.
Yes, it's for you. I think Need for Speed has had that stuff for quite some time, but it really does. It also feels like, oh, I haven't engaged with that in Need for Speed for so long that I forget it's there. But it's there. You can do your custom horns, and you can use your in-game currency to buy these things. Let's see. How do I? Let me see. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna buy this. There we go. All right, and it's equipped. So now I got a weird horn. Exhaust sound. Yeah, you can. And again, like I'm like expecting a whole menu to come up of, oh, I can make my car sound like a choo-choo train. I don't know. No, it's these sliders again. So again, there's stuff for car perps, and there's stuff for people who are coming from Fortnite, I guess, because you can have your. There's the smoke that you can customize things like that that comes off your tires. But we'll get back to it. Now we're going out for night. Yeah. What? Like, how do you feel about this stuff? Because I think this works really well. This, going out for a race during the day, coming back to the garage, and then going back at a night and dealing with getting more heat and dealing with the cops. That's working for me.
It's working for me as well. I think part of the fatigue I'm getting with open world racing is just like having to navigate the natural day and night cycle that progresses. Having it kind of be semi-separate here, where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna putz around, drive around. Now I'll go to a race during the day. Okay, cool. Nighttime. I'll just get this out of the way. I enjoy that more so than having to like wait it out myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it works pretty well.
Check this out. Some chick is live
Oop,
streaming about the
the wrong button.
Alec just shot me a link. Alec? Yeah.
I'm happy for Need for Speed fans.
Yes, exactly.
What's up,
Check out the different camera views here. We'll do this for a little bit. Okay, so I can drive to meetup, hit this, and then go to event, and it'll put on my map, and here we go.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. This is Chicago. I think it's one of the more interesting looking cities. I think they do a pretty good job of capturing it.
Yeah.
It's not. It maybe isn't quite even as good as the Chicago as you got in Watch Dogs, but it's like right there. It's pretty close. And then honestly, when you would come up driving into the main parts of downtown like this does look very handsome. The moon over the city up there that we just kind of behind a building right now, but this recognizable architecture is fantastic. It should be in more games, and I'm glad it's in something like this. A good city to drive around in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the bean yet?
I've not seen the bean. We should try to find the bean.
Let's find the bean.
Forget.
Surprise.
There's like a real name for that thing, but everyone just calls it the bean.
Yeah, we should try and do a heist. Let's steal the bean.
Yeah, let's steal the bean.
Because let me tell you, the same artist made a piece outside of the good old CBSI building, and it was in the lobby, but then they put it outside. So anyone could just steal the other bean.
Steal every bean.
Steal every
We gotta
bean.
get these beans together.
Yeah, I'm just watching you play this, and then I just kind of want to play more of it and just drive around because it's so pretty.
Yes. It's a good-looking city. I mean, it's Midwest. Suddenly I'm like, oh yeah, that's just classic Midwest architecture right there. That building, I love that stuff. So this is it's doing a good job of creating a good vibe to drive around in.
They should put more games in Chicago.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I just want to go all the way through that turn, and I feel like, you know what, maybe so I'm doing the handbrake turn now, and maybe that's just like causing those slide to be too rough. Maybe I can just tap the regular brake a little bit, kind of.
Yeah, I'll generally just try and like tap and shimmy with the regular brake, and I'm still not quite getting it.
Yeah. All right, we're going to our sweet underground meetup place. You know what? I like to crash when I like to make an entrance. Oh yeah, look at that. The whole world just went dark on me.
There you go, everyone.
Damn, you see the buy-ins on some of these races?
All right. Ooh, $16,000 buy-in. Do I even have that much money? I don't think I have that much money. Wow, okay, so can I do this one instead? Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, yeah, I think this is a good sort of like, okay, man, I do want to go make some money. I want to make sure I do a better job at finishing well so that I can come back and do these big races and make the real money, because $22,000 seems like a lot to me right now. So I'll do this more affordable one, see if we can finish a little bit better.
I wonder what the market is on actual street racing. Is there that much money being exchanged?
Isn't it all just pink slips? Isn't it all just an asset?
Pride?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Man, did that one crash?
Yeah,
really
did it make my whole world look funky? All right, whatever. I'm sticking with that. I don't care. Yeah, definitely. I think it broke the game a little bit.
Don't worry, the effects will kick in.
Yeah. I know. It kind of looks kind of cool.
It does kind of look cool. Maybe it's just dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time the wings popped out.
Yeah, I love that.
Like, wait a minute.
Yep. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling. Again, I feel like I dial it in, and then I'll do a big mistake, and it's like, okay, never mind.
Sure.
And it's I like the rewind in Forza. Kind of wish I could rewind here.
Yeah. I sometimes wish that was just like a standard with racing games. Because these races haven't been particularly super long, but I'll run into the part where, all right, I think I'm feeling it. and then I'll take a turn really poorly.
Yeah.
And then it'll just throw me off for the rest of the race.
Right, exactly. It feels really hard to recover from that. Now, they do a lot of rubber banding for sure and give you a chance to get back in it, but it doesn't feel like you're going to have a chance to get back in it. Oh, all right.
Oh, God.
Only one of us will survive this. Dispatch, we're in pursuit of suspects.
You're in pursuit of the side of the road. All right, big old turn here.
Yeah, did something happen with the graphics?
Oh, yeah, it totally broke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it definitely broke. Yeah, but I'm like, I kind of want to see if it'll fix itself or not. Oh, sorry, my kid popped.
Okay.
Yep, and now that's one big mess up there. Okay, it puts me back up. Sure, still in fourth, I guess. It didn't fix the graphics though.
No.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah. Let's just finish this race. We're 84% of the way through, and then if that doesn't fix it, we'll see if we can restart it and finish up the quick look.
Yeah, overall, I'm pleasantly surprised, and like I think we found this out last week on the Bombcast that there's surprisingly a giant.
God.
Hey, cop! Come
Wow,
on, dog!
You just knocked me completely. Oh
Where
man,
are
he
we
killed a
going?
man. He killed a man.
There's no resetting after that.
Just
cop.
for racing, yeah. All right, my car's still messed up behind
Your car
me.
looks like it's burned.
Yeah. $3,000. I could use that. All right.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh yeah, look at that police car, just inverted.
Yeah, something's
All
up
right.
there.
Well, listen, it's my fault for crashing into the wall. Oh, we got the cop chase coming. Let's see if we can.
Let's see if we can see these roads.
Yeah. I see something. All right. I don't know. This is what the whole game should look like. They had something here.
I haven't run into this.
Yeah,
folks
I
to
think
know.
this was a pretty rare thing we just clipped into.
It looks like you're painting like the road black.
Yeah.
Reckless driver ditched us, dispatch. Pursuit is over.
All right, let's see. Let's go to the safe house and then we
Yo,
can.
from Alec?
Yeah, let's flip it back to full daytime. I'm
Yes.
curious.
And-
if
yeah,
it's-
maybe that'll probably fix it. Yeah, sure.
Right. You'll reload it to a different instance.
Exactly.
Choppy either. I got
You know, this could just be daylight savings time. You know, it gets
Yeah.
dark sooner.
Right. Exactly. Chicago. It's far side of the time zone. Sure.
Right. You know, it's winter in real life. So
Yeah. This is you're just underwater in Lake Michigan.
When I came to Rydell's, we drifted apart.
Oh,
your car looks so messed up.
Yes.
Out of the blue, huh?
No,
Again, now I'm like I can't even see the geometry anymore.
and reached out. Look, he's
I'm curious if this will fix it.
Let's see. No, nope. Definitely didn't. No, the background's all jacked up. Okay. Let's go out here and then when this doesn't fix it, which I'm sure it won't, then we'll just well, here it's reloading. This is a big load.
It's reloading,
No,
right?
no. Okay. All right. Let's leave.
Folks,
game.
this type of stuff happens.
Absolutely. But bugs happen.
Bugs happen. A quick reset generally will solve it.
Continue story. I don't know though. I mean, it seems like not a lot of people were talking about this game when it first came out, but more are sort of coming on board now that they're like, oh, I'll try this out. You know, if you have like Game Pass Ultimate, you have EA Play, and you can try this game for 10 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's what the world should look like.
That's all. Cool.
Right.
Yeah, I think 10 hours is also a good, decent chunk of time to spend in a racing world.
Right. I think that the long-term prospect for this game for me is, so we did that one big loop, right? And I think that's the loop for the game. We did a race during the daytime, built up some heat, went to our garage, picked another event, went out, and, you know, do we have enough money to do the big event? And I bet those big events sometimes will give you even more heat.
Right.
Does the risk actually feel all that risky? Because we just did that cop chase, and obviously we didn't have a ton of heat. But
Yeah.
Even when I have had a lot of heat, it hasn't felt much different than what that was. You know, you just drive a little bit longer. You avoid them for a little bit more time. You do a few more turns, a few more like jukes and jives. But for the most part, it feels about the same. I'm like, okay, is that going to grow old? I don't know. So far, it hasn't, but I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, that's why I think that like 10-hour, I guess, semi preview that you can get with Game Pass Ultimate, you might get your full taste of what the game has to offer.
Yo,
Absolutely.
Alex here. Do your thing. I told you to look out
It's
for
such an interesting choice to do all these weird anime characters or pseudo animated avatars and everything, but it winds up working.
Yeah, it does. I you know, there's a different event type street race, but yeah, I think I like the way that these things mesh together. The cartoon characters inside the thing. I think it might look weird in a screenshot. Once the game's moving, it just looks right, and it looks pretty cool to me. This does. This does remind me of Need for Speed Underground, which I'm all for.
Yeah, that was the last one I remember.
And that's like 20 years ago now, but here we are. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know the game's like trying to build up some tension in the race, but I do just feel slower than everybody else, and I suppose that means I should just be trying to upgrade my car. And I don't know. Now here we go. We're catching up. Again, I started like looking somewhere else for a second. All right, there we go.
That's why I bring up the AI, and that sometimes I feel like the rubber banding feels a little aggressive.
Yeah, the rubber banding feels stronger than any sort of AI or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then to speak to the points where, like, you know, my heat has been off the charts, I guess I kind of like the chaos that it brings, where like cops are just literally dropping left and right out of nowhere, and like that can be fun. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe picking the Nissan was not the way to go.
Yeah, maybe not.
But the way that they're positioning everything and like trying to like dump money into you as much as possible, definitely they want you to get out of those beginner cars.
Yeah, or at least upgrade them, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. This race is feeling good. This race feels fun. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to do near misses to build up my meter. I'm building up that blue part of the meter, which gives me at least it basically gives me a chance to do some NOS. But if I build up like that 3-part meter, then it's like an extra boost on top of that. And it's like, okay, I'm managing that. It gives me something to do during the race. And as I get more comfortable with driving the car, it's a little bit easier to do that management. And now we're in second. We'll see how long this lasts. But yeah, it's just cool. It gives you a lot to do. I wish I could just like burn out this guy or do a knockdown and knockout and just like not have to deal with him anymore and run away with it. But we'll see if we can.
I guess that is not honorable in the world of street racing.
Yeah, I suppose not. Yeah. Listen, we should get out there and change the game.
Yes, exactly. I remember shunting being a big thing in one of the burnouts. I always felt weird.
You know me. You know me.
I always felt weird saying that word.
Yeah. It does feel like a weird word, yes.
Hey, you got first.
Woo! Yeah, point at the camera.
There you go.
I picked her because she had a comfy sweater. Yeah, all right. So
nice
bank reward. I think now I would just need to get home and not lose that. But it doesn't seem like I have much heat. Patrol unit active, won't chase on sight. Outrun it, outmaneuver it, take it down. So I guess you can take down the cops at least. I bet you could take down some of those enemy players as well, but it's not exactly a burnout where you do just shunt them into a little bit and then they explode, which is always a signature of those games. Okay, yeah, so it looks like now I can probably just go back to the safe house and put my money in the bank. So yeah, you see, like that $30,000 is in red. If I were to get caught, I would lose a big chunk of that.
What up, fam?
You're not gonna get caught.
But I'm not gonna get caught. The cops aren't after me. Yeah. At least not on sight. If I do something stupid, which, hey, listen, I'm capable of. You know what? I'm just gonna go off this cliff. Let's see what happens.
There you go. There you go. It's strategy.
Yeah. All right, let me go put this over here. Yeah, I mean, Jan, are you gonna stick with it? You gonna stick with
I think
Need for
I'll-
Speed Unbound?
I'll stick with it for as long as Game Pass will let me stick with it.
Yes, fair enough. Yeah.
He's sending over
But I've had a surprisingly very pleasant time, and I think I don't want to say I'm becoming a Need for Speed freak, but like
Do it.
it might happen. It might happen.
Oh, give me a mission suddenly. All right. Well, it is trying to still be an open world where something like this can just happen. Like while you're still out there and you're like, okay, I do want to go put my money away. It's like, well, no, you can't. You got to go out here and do this first. And all right, there's a chance to again build up some of that tension. I think you're probably right about the 10-hour trial.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
That seems like it's going to be enough time. And if you want to, at that point, if you want to stick with it, if you have that EA Play, it's usually discounted and stuff. So I would probably just recommend go taking advantage of that. And if you are a Need for Speed person, you are probably already playing this. And I hope you're enjoying it because it seems like a pretty well-made one of these.
Definitely. It seems like a better Need for Speed than Need for Speed perverts have gotten in a long time, I want to say.
at least more well considered. I always that happens sometimes, and then I'll find out like, no, the true Need for Speed fans hate this. They think this is for everybody else, but I don't think that's happening here. I think here they are enjoying it. All right, Jan Ochoa, thank you so much.
Let's steal the bean.
Let's steal the bean.